Okay, everyone. In today's video, our fourth video on World War One, we're going to look at the Russian Revolution. Even though it's not in the United States, quite far away, it does have a profound effect on the American politics and society. So let's take a look. So, from 1613 to 1917, Russia was a monarchy and an autocracy, ruled by the Romanov family, ruled by a Tsar with absolute power. So, some of our more famous Russian Tsars are Mikhail Romanov, ruled from 1613 to 1645. He's the first Romanov Tsar. We have Peter the Great, ruled from 1696 to 1725. And then you have Catherine the Great, who ruled from 1762 to 1796. What about the people of Russia? Well, most Russians were part of the working class, or peasants. They were lower class of society with little pay, often went with little or no food, had few if any rights, and had difficult lives. In fact, they were still using a system of serfdom in Russia hundreds of years after the rest of Europe abandoned it. So, Russia enters World War I, 1914. Tsar Nikolai II forced working class and peasants to join the army. Well, there's some problems here. They weren't trained to fight. They were sent to battle without food. Many did not even have shoes, and were not even given weapons. The effects? Well, approximately 2 million were killed in battle, and about another 5 million were wounded. Russian citizens did not have enough food to eat. Russian citizens did not have enough coal to keep them warm. And Russians were not happy. This leads to the Russian Revolution. Early 1917, Russians blamed Tsar Nikolai II for ignoring the fact that so many Russians were getting killed, were wounded, and were struggling. Workers, men and women, filled the streets to strike to show their unhappiness with the government. Well, Tsar Nikolai sent his army to end the riots. The soldiers were outnumbered, and then they began to mutiny against the Tsar. Tsar Nikolai II abdicated his throne on March 15th, 1917, and he and his family were captured. This leads to the Bolshevik Revolution in October 1917, also known as the October Revolution. So, a new government took over after Nikolai II abdicated his throne, but another revolution occurred months later. Vladimir Lenin was the leader of the Communist Bolshevik Party. So, what is communism? Well, it's a political and economic system in which the productive resources in a society, factories and farms, are owned by the government and wealth is distributed to the citizens either equally or based on individual need. Farmers in Russia did not own the land on which they farmed. So, Lenin promised to distribute the land to the farmers so they could own it. This made them happy. So, how's this communism if farmers can own land? Well, Lenin told the farmers they were getting their own land to own. However, after he came to power, he told farmers what to do and how to do it. In reality, they did not truly own their own land, the government did. Farmers soon realized Lenin only told them what they wanted to hear. Okay, and then we have the Bolshevik Revolution. Lenin led the Bolshevik Party to a complete takeover of Russia's government. So, what are the effects? Well, Lenin ordered Nikolai II and his family to be executed. Lenin made himself dictator. A peace treaty was signed with Germany to withdraw from World War One. Russia lost land rich in natural resources and farming to Germany. But the Soviet Union is born. Russia was no more as Lenin established the Soviet Union in 1922 as the first communist country in the world. Soviet people would suffer for many years to come. So that's all for this lesson. See you next time.